now let me clean up all of this anarchy I had open in Fantasy Grounds because I had like 5,000 things open. It's all a mess. Like I don't know what I'm doing right now. I remember you guys were in a place doing stuff.
Would you like me to read my session notes?
I have a summary too, but yeah, read your session notes.
Okay, because I might have missed stuff in mine, so this is possible. All right, so we'd arrived outside of Zelbross and stopped by some like a little camp of caravans. So we entered the caravan of the woman Vina, who'd sort of like come out and talk to us, and there were two small boys in there, like 6 or 8 year old. So we asked about how big the undead army is, and she gives us all the backstory about Frostfeather was the Dark Rider that we saw the night before, and he was a paladin of Shantia.
Shantea?
All right, I know
Shantae?
I know I googled it and got the correct spelling, but so he was sent by the Lord's Alliance 15 years after the town was left empty and in ruins by a Null attack in order to rebuild it. So Zelbross has always been a bit odd because sometimes people would die, they would be buried in the cemetery, and then they would reanimate as zombies, but then they'd just wander off into the woods and wouldn't hurt anyone or anything. They'd just go, they wouldn't stick around, and everyone just got used to it. But this paladin, Frostfeather, didn't like it, so he sent soldiers to kill the zombies, and I think I may have missed some of the lore around this bit. But finally, Frostfeather decided he would go into the wood, find the cause of whatever was reanimating the dead, and stop it from happening. So he went in with like a dozen veteran soldiers, came out by himself. He seemed to be okay, but then he started to change, and by the time anyone realised, it was too late. So Vina said that if we saw Frostfeather on the road, then he knows we are here, and he's potentially just not yet decided if he wants to keep us here or not, which is disturbing. We discussed the possibility that killing Frostfeather would stop the other entities, but he's not always in a corporeal form. Vina felt that our best place to find him, if we wanted to try and stop him, was in the cemetery to the north of the village. We mentioned the cemetery that we'd gone to prior to coming towards Zelbross, where we'd thought that ghost. And Vina said that the woman, her husband, and one of her children was killed by Frostfeather. So this woman left her remaining children to fend for themselves and try to save herself. In which case, I am really glad that we killed her again. So Vina tells us that there might be some people left in town. So they escaped. Some people did try and sort of like stick it out. She thinks potentially the blacksmith, a warden Culpepper. I can't remember what he's a warden of, but anyway, and there might even be the cleric still alive. And I don't know if you gave the name to the cleric.
I'll tell you that Warden Culpepper, they said he was also a paladin of Shantea.
Right.
And Warden is probably just some kind of title related to that.
Okay. So is he just like from the town, or is he part of Frostfeather's like original gang?
Part of his the original people, like the Church of Shantea presence in Zelbross. And he was like, I'm not sure if this came up, but he was like one of the few left behind. Like the majority of the men-at-arms. I mean, you said like he took a bunch of people with him into the High Forest, heading to the Dire Wood. And the warden was one of the few people left behind to defend the village.
Right. Okay. So we write a note to Bellafauna explaining the situation and saying to only wait 3 days for us, and if we're not back by then, leave the area. Terel tells Sprinkles to take it back to Bellafauna and to get there as quick as she can and to stay with the caravan, because we decided it wasn't a good idea to take her into town with us. Vina asks if Bellafauna might take the two boys, because they are regularly attacked, and she thinks that they would be safer away, obviously. So we said yes, and she decides to take them to the caravan. So we head into Zelbross. We see a single pane in the building that Vina said was the inn, and it has "Help Me Scroll" on it. Kai spots a figure lurking in a corner. We sneak past and see it's a zombie. As we approach the inn, Kai and Yelena see faces at a high window. So we look inside. Kai spots another zombie. We kill it. We head to the stairs leading upstairs. And as we do, Kai hears a noise coming from a door behind the bar. He can hear faint shuffling and sobbing. So Terel knocks on the door and whispers if anyone's there. Everyone hears a noise, so we pull up on the door and are attacked by a ghast, which we dispatch with ease.
You
I
did.
can't remember.
It was
I can't
really
remember.
fast.
Yeah.
I barely started the combat music and it was dead.
Ah dear. So the sobbing seems to have stopped. We ask if anyone is there. I'm having flashbacks to a DDO quest now. A man appears from inside a barrel, and he tells us that a week ago they were overrun by undead and that people scattered. And obviously he hid in the barrel. So I tell him we're going to go check the rest of the inn, and he can stay where he is or come with us. And he's too scared to leave, so he says he's going to come with us. So we go upstairs. We don't find anyone, but we do find a really fancy room with a journal containing some notes entered by Lord Brossfeather. I've put he's an ass, so he obviously we must have read it, and I just haven't bothered writing it down. I've just said he's an ass.
You think a lot of people are asses.
Well, that's true. I mean, it's Terel is me basically.
To be fair.
Yeah. So we head to the ladder leading to the next floor. Yelena can hear whispering but cannot make out the words. We go up and see two girls. Kai spots the body of a small boy with his neck twisted. This is where we start having really bad vibes and think we should have left. Two girls come forward. They are in dirty grey dresses holding dolls with blue lips, and I'm fairly sure they said something creepy, but I didn't write that down. That is where my notes end.
Let me see. Was there anything that might have been important that we haven't talked about? Because that was an excellent summary.
I can't believe I took that many notes. I don't remember taking that many.
So many notes. Okay, one note I want to make. Let's see. Okay, you did say that Brossfeather is probably in the cemetery to the north of town. I will specify that the road that leads out of town heading east to Parnast, that's the way out. You have to pass that cemetery to get out of town by road and to head to your destination. Otherwise, there was a thing about you'd have to like forge a new path down the river going around Zelbross, and Lady Belafana was not eager to do that, and you guys did note that at the time. There was something else about one feature of Zelbross is there is a particularly fine type of clay that the locals were taking from the banks of the river to make porcelain and crafts that were worth a lot of money. Okay, I've already blanked about what you said about... Did you, like, say anything about seeing a smoke signal?
I didn't, but now you've said that, I remember it.
Okay, that was probably important to point out. So, when you left the, Vina's caravan, there's spotted smoke, and you guys realized that this seemed to be a smoke signal for an SOS. And so you knew of two locations, or actually...
Yeah, because didn't you say that was coming from where the blacksmith was?
That it might be the blacksmith. You know, like one location where it might be a house where someone like the blacksmith or that Warden Culpepper might be hiding out. That might be what this house is. You also got the location of the blacksmith's shop, and you got the location of the last place in where people had last been barricaded that Vina knew of. And then she told you that, like, the blacksmith and the warden were, like, two competent people that might be good if you find them alive. So, yeah, you checked at the last place in because you saw, the little girls in the top window, and you thought there might be survivors there. But it's just creepy. It's been creepy. You did find a survivor guy. I mean, that guy's with you. I think I told you he had a name. Polton Grey. Yeah, he's Polton in Grey. The combat tracker. And he's clinging to you like a limpet. Because you killed stuff, and obviously you're going to keep him alive.
Did we kill
the creepy girls? Can't remember.
No, like
I think we were about to.
where we left off, you're like, oh, these girls are creepy, and they're asking if we're going to play with us. I feel like there was something else that I didn't. Oh. One of the things you explored in the inn on your way up to the attic were you found a room that Feather had stayed in at some point, and you found his journal with like crazy notes and stuff. But
yeah, that's where I've written down he's an ass.
Yelena recognized that some of the crazy bits, the runic writings and stuff that were tucked in with these journals and that were part of these journals were in dead tongue, which is something that she now knows because undead are her favorite enemy. So I've added that to Yelena's inventory as papers that she picked up that are in dead tongue. If she wants to read dead tongue, study that at some point.
maybe after we join back up with the caravan.
Yeah, at some point.
At some point.
If everybody actually remembers.
I've got so much reading to do.
You do.
Yeah.
All this homework.
You didn't know adventuring came with homework.
Homework? What is that?
I didn't know I'd have to study. Is there going to be a test? This is like delay. I don't think there's anything else that I can think of. And by the time I remember, it's going to be way too late. If there's any actual detail that you needed to know that I didn't remind you of. So let's hope for the best. If everybody is physically, if not emotionally prepared.
Well, Terel needs to inform the party that she's creeped out by small children and is going to have to leave now.
Oh, well.
Has anybody made we haven't made a Grady Twins comment yet, have we?
No.
Because we're facing down the Grady
Twins.
Wait,
I think there's a picture in chat.
Yeah, I did the
that's right, you did. Okay.
Shining, yeah.
The Shining picture.
Oh, I had a whole housekeeping note here about I figured out how targeting multiple people and casting spells in Fantasy Grounds worked, but now I've forgotten it. But I have notes here about how it works.
Yay.
Well, I don't know. That's probably not going to come in handy. Maybe if it comes up, I'll explain it. But that was something we were debating about or trying to find.
Yeah, we were trying to get it sorted
during the little adventures break last time. Anyway, this is just me delaying the inevitable.
I can't remember if the little creepy girl said out to us. I feel like they did. I really should watch the sessions before.
They said hello. They said hello. And you kind of said hello back, and they start getting creepy. They're like, "Oh, are you here to play with us?"
Okay, I would like to activate my divine sense thing to see if they are undead.
Oh, they're totally undead. You do sense these two undead little creatures. You also found the body. There was a body of a dead little boy that you spotted before the little girl started talking. And you realize, oh yeah, this is bad. This is a bad scene, and I don't like children. And they ask you, "Are you here to play with us?"
I'm gonna look at the others. I as much as I hate to do this, I don't think we can leave them to just be.
Yelena's got no problem with killing him or setting the house on fire.
Okay.
And leaving.
The little girl's like, "Papa Feather said that we would have so many playmates."
All right, we need to kill.
Yeah.
He did, but I'm bored. Me too. I want to have fun. Me too.
Creepy.
Are you fun? Would you like to have fun with us?
I'm gonna put my shield up and say, yes, let's have some fun.
The little girls, which I have not done anything with. Wait. Oh, I haven't put them.
I'm fairly sure they were on the map last time.
I feel like they were on the map last time too. I think it might have been that I
two blood splats. So
in my playing with the targeting, I might have used them for targeting and then taken them off the map when I was done, thinking that I was putting away my toys. like a good girl, but no, that was not appropriate. So let me put like these little girls, Boopity and Boppity. So as you guys are nervous, they've like gradually. Oh, see, that's what the purple spots are on the ground. That's where I was killing them with multi-targeting.
Yeah.
That's why they aren't on the map. Is because I was killing them off stream. So they gradually start, kind of walking towards you like in a creepy way as they continue talking, and they're like whispery little small squeaky voices. We used to play with old Mummy. But then she wasn't fun. We ate her. We used to play with old Daddy. But he wasn't fun. We ate him too. We ate Big Brother. Oh, he didn't play nice. He pulled my hair. But his bones went crunch. Crunch! And I don't know at what point you're gonna let them stop approaching, but they're like gradually getting closer and closer. I don't know.
Are we in?
Terel is brandished a shield. They're gradually getting closer to you. Right. We have a new Papa now, Papa Brass Feather. And they move another step closer.
Alright, I want to cast Moonbeam. If I can remember how to get my... fucking, they've changed it.
Papa Brass Feather, he's so big! He crunched so many. They made the sad sounds. Now they just groan and growl. So you cast a Moonbeam in front of you? Is that where you're casting it?
No, I'm going to cast it on top of them. I'm trying to get the radius. What is it, 5 foot?
It's that little square in the center. And yeah, I think it is 5 foot.
So I can slap it right on top of them.
Yeah! And I know that when they first enter it, they either have to make a saving throw or whatever to take damage.
So when they enter the spell's turn or starts there, it is engulfed in ghostly flames that cause searing pains, and they must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And it's 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save.
What is your DC?
I'm trying to remember how to work that out. I can't remember how to work that out.
It's not on the spell?
No.
It should be 3 plus your wisdom modifier. No, wait, not your wisdom. Is it wisdom or charisma? I think it's charisma. For a paladin.
My charisma is it my which is it my abilities modifier?
Yeah, your charisma modifier.
So it's +3.
So +3, that's +6, +8, that's a DC 14.
14, right.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna roll a Constitution saving throw. First one is 15 save. But the second one is 12 and fails.
Right. So one takes 2d10 and one takes 1d10. So I have to roll that anyway, don't I?
Yeah.
Okay, so that didn't roll. Right, this is for Slaymate 1.
Oh, let me play let me start playing fun music.
Uh-oh. And this is for Slaymate 2.
For combat with kids.
Oh, come on.
Oh. So.
Oh, sorry, yeah, one of them's 2d10, isn't it? Alright, so hang on, sorry, which one saved and which one didn't save?
1 saved and 2 didn't save.
So I need another d10 for 2. Alright, so Slaymate 2 takes 4 radiant damage and Slaymate 1 takes 9 radiant damage.
Alright, I've applied this.
Yay!
Oh! Oh! You're not nice.
take a step forward, just so that the guys like the focus on me, and then the other guys will hopefully kill them.
You should be nice. Behave for Papa Brassfeather.
Make me.
And the little kids. One of them's a little bit scrawnier. That's the one who took more damage from the moonbeam, and she's looking a little bit rough, but she's also scrawnier to begin with, like a little bit more frail. And she bares her teeth, and they're like gnarly. They're like gray and like dried blood, and there's like this kind of hissing.
Yuck.
As she's kind of gets a little bit feral looking at you.
Guys, I would suggest we don't let them bite us.
Works for me. Are we in initiative?
Yes, you are in initiative. Did I make you roll initiative?
I do not.
Oh no.
I did make you roll initiative. Please roll initiative. Poor Kai.
I might.
And Terel. Let me roll for this Polton guy. I don't know. He's probably gonna just cower.
Probably safest if he does.
But hey, Yelena, you get to act
Excellent.
next.
All right, I'm gonna shoot, and also as my bonus action, I'm gonna cast Hail of Thorns. So I think I can do that sort of. So the Hail of Thorns is the next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack before the spell ends, the spell creates a rain of thorns that sprouts from your ranged weapon. Blah blah blah. In addition to the normal target of the attack, and each creature within 5 feet of it must make a dexterity saving throw. So I'm assuming I can do that at the same. So let me shoot. Miss. All right, let me try that again. Let me try that again.
That's wild. You very rarely miss.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys don't hit stuff, how am I supposed to survive?
But the second arrow hit.
All right, so that. Let me do the damage.
Are you still blessed or something? I think you are.
Are we complaining about that?
No. Well, what it is I'm taking off the blessed because it's been too long since
Okay.
you were blessed. Is
Can't
anybody else?
think of a character sheet.
And also, so we want to apply Hail of Thorns to that too, so they each need to do a dexterity saving throw. So what do they have to beat?
For you, it would be your wisdom. Oh no, I deleted all of Kai's effects somehow again. What? What? I don't think it matters. It's just the reminder. It's the reminder that you're an elf.
Oh.
Your Fey ancestry.
Oh.
Jeez, I don't know what's up with that. I really don't think I did it. But anyway, your spell DC.
Is that 15, I think?
I think it is a 15 for you.
Yep.
Wait, is it 15? Do we have anything that like... Because I was thinking it's your wisdom modifier plus 3 for your proficiency bonus plus 8. Unless you have a magic item that boosts it. Like I think
so.
I think Kai has something that raises his by +1. Yeah, your DC is 13.
13, okay.
Alright, so I need to make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw, right?
For both of them, because they're within 5 feet of each other.
Okay, first one saves with a
saved.
17.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 saves with a 17.
So 1d10 by half.
Okay,
damage
so roll a d10. Thwack. The hail of thorns flies through the air towards these two gnarly twins, and they both take 2 points of damage. Oh wait, no, they take 4 points of damage. Wait, is it half the D10 or was it average?
It'll be half
D10.
Half
okay.
the D10.
All right.
Because they saved.
I was like, was it two D10 to begin with, or was it 1 D10 to begin with? Okay, so they take 2 damage.
Yep, each. I love how time slows down. This is all like in a matter of seconds.
So you guys have immediately gone thwack, 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 thwack.
Thwack, 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 thwack.
Like, these kids do not inspire the maternal instinct. So, Yelena, that's your turn, correct?
Right.
Unless you want to move or something.
Nah, we'll stay here.
Polton Grey, yeah, he cowers behind you because he is very afraid. And then the first little slaymate gets to act, and she's like, "You're not fun at all. Mr. Hopsy is fun. Yes, he used to play with us till he got smelly and soft, but we fixed him.
Uh-oh.
But he's still smelly. And now when I hug him tight, it hurts." She's scratching at herself because you've done the most damage to this little slaymate. She's, everything hurts. Why does everything hurt? And at this point, she says, "Come up, Mr. Hopsy. New friends are here to play." And this figure comes out of the shadows. Well, it kind of comes out of the shadows, kind of walks out of the shadows. Mr. Hopsy used to be a rabbit.
No. What did it do to it?
Undead bunny.
He used to be a rabbit. What you see now, lurching at a hoppity-lippity gate out of the attic shadows, is a construct of parts. He's part lepus mortis, part wire stitching, part galvanized rubber, and a pair of glassy doll eyes. The creature's once white fur is matted with old blood and bits that do not bear lingering introspection. There's a hint of ozone that wafts forth with his approach. Mr. Hopsy's lips curl, and you see serrated metal incisors bristle with the compulsion to gnaw. This is not a happy bunny. Meanwhile, little Slaymate 1, she runs forward. And she gets, right up against you. And she decides to chomp on Kai. Rude.
I can do a reactive thing where I put my shield out because you're within 5 feet of me and I can't remember where the thing is for it. Hang on. When a creature you can see attacks a target other than you that is within 5 feet, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll. You must be wielding a shield.
Alright, well I will roll with a disadvantage. Alright, even at disadvantage, she rolls a fucking 18. So she hits. Nah. Am
I going to turn into a zombie now?
Well, no, not quite. But you do need to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, nice.
Alright, that's good. Nothing bad happens.
Ugh. Big splat of blood on my screen.
Alright, and you take 4 additional stabbity, sticky pointy right in the gizzard. That's sneak attack damage. There you are at the bottom of initiative. That's where you are. So she goes, nah, 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 nah. And then she turns invisible.
Well, that's not fair.
No, that's cheating.
Yeah.
But now, Terel, it's your turn.
Alright, well, my divine sense is still on, so can I tell if she's still next to me?
She's not right next to you. You can tell that she's in the room. But you don't feel her. You feel like she's moved away from you.
Right. Do I move forward and draw them out? But then I lose the shield thing for you guys. I'm gonna grab one of my javelins and chuck it at Slimate 2.
And don't forget, you also have like your little swordy thing. Your bow blade has ranged attack stuff too.
Oh, I forgot about that. Hang on. You can use a bonus action to cast Fairy Fire, so that means that we still see them. If
There
they
was
turn
also
invisible?
a thing. There was also a thing. Wasn't there like a shooting
Yeah,
like
I can
lightning
cast-
bolts or something?
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking if I can do the Fairy Fire as a bonus action, I can cast that on the Slimate that we can see,
Okay.
and then I'll hurl lightning at her. That'll
How
be
does
my action.
how does fairy fire work? What's the range on it?
It doesn't say.
Their range / radius. Well, it doesn't say on the item, but it doesn't have the spell or a link to the spell.
No.
All right. Well, I will tell you, or you can go to spells and like query fairy fire.
Yeah, hang on. Oh, have you got it?
I've got fairy fire. Yeah.
Ooh.
What are we looking for to say?
Range.
Range.
Range, radius of effect.
Right. So the range is 60 feet. Each object in a 20-foot cube within.
All
range.
right.
Oh, nice.
So
So,
just-
if I center it on her,
Draw the cube that you want it to center. And then is there a saving throw involved?
Dexterity DC. Well, mine is DC 11.
Did we establish your DC was what was your DC?
14.
14.
Yeah.
So it'll be DC 14 for you, Terel.
Okay, I'm gonna drop.
Dexterity, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming it's.
I
Oh,
want to
it's
see.
bonus actions.
I want to see like because of where just to make sure the invisible one is in it or not.
No.
It
Try
does
that
say
again.
Affect target cannot be visible.
Well, let me move it. There we go. I don't know why it's gone like squiffy.
Do you want it to be straight squarey?
Well, I thought it should be, but I can't move it.
It's not letting me do anything either. Wait, let me try this. Like that? Is that what you wanted?
Yeah, like that.
Okay. All right. Well, I got to do a lot of dexterity saving throw.
Okay, it's just occurred to me. I've got rid of the moonbeam, but I don't need to because this is a bonus. So it says it requires no concentration.
Yours doesn't. The fairy fire cast off of your weapon does not require concentration.
All right, then I want to put my moonbeam back up then.
Okay.
And just pretend it didn't go.
Yeah, you can take that square away. Now I know who's affected. Okay, Slaymate 1 saved. Which is the invisible one, I'm afraid. Slaymate 2 failed. And, oh wait. Forget that third roll, because I rolled for the wrong creature.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Mr. Hopsy failed, which is good for you. It's good for you that I rolled for the wrong creature the first time, because that time it would have succeeded. But since I had to re-roll for Mr. Hopsy, Mr. Hopsy failed. So Slaymate, the second Slaymate, and Mr. Hopsy are affected by fairy fire now, which means you have advantage against attacking them. And if they tried to go invisible, there would still be an outline of some kind of Fae-esque, like purplish light, or in your case, it's going to be green light, Terel.
Okay.
Because this is coming from your bow blade.
Alright, I'm going to pull fairy fire into my thing just as a reference thing for future.
Let me see if there is something, no, there's no existing fairy fire thing. Okay, so we're just going to remember that you guys have advantage against those two.
Okay. So, I can hurl lightning at a target within a range of 120 feet. Oh, sorry, I can create 3 rays of lightning and hurl them at targets within 120 feet. So make a +5 range spell attack for each ray. On a hit, the target takes 2d6 lightning damage. So this will use them all up if I do this. So, do I have to cast all 3 at once, or can I just cast 2 of them?
You have to cast all 3 at once. It's kind of like the fire spell for wizards. Which one is that? Where they shoot like 3 firebolts at once?
Okay.
It's just a lightning version.
Okay, so and when it says make a +5 range spell attack for each ray, what does +5 mean? Oh, does that mean like my current javelin is a +7, but I need to do it as a +5?
Use your ranged attack, a ranged attack score. So you can use your javelin to hit.
Alright, so I'll do 2 on.
Or wait, maybe not your javelin to hit. Wait.
If you knock off 2, then that would be the +5.
Yeah, it's +5 to hit. Okay. We probably need to add. We need to update your sheet for all kinds of things. Anyway, that'll
so
wait.
Does a 15 hit?
A 15 should hit. I'm pretty sure. Let me wait. Flip. No, 15 does hit.
Okay, and then second one. You did say it was Slaymate 2 had failed, yeah?
Slaymate 2 failed. So you still can't see Slaymate 1, which is the one who went invisible.
Right.
But you can see the other 2 creatures.
So that will hit. Then,
that hits, yeah. 21 definitely hits.
Alright, and then I'm going to go for Mr. Flopsy.
And that hits as well. 16 hits as well. So 2 hits on Slaymate 2 and 1 hit on Mr. Hopsy.
Right.
Now you got me doing it.
2d6. So I need. Oh, it's not gonna. I'm gonna have to cast it in the thing. I'm not gonna be able to do it on her, am I? Oh, okay. So that's my first attack against her.
Alright, so she takes 7 lightning damage. Roll the other one.
So
and 5. So 12 lightning damage total. And with that, zappity zap, Slaymate 2, your lightning goes pow pow into Slaymate 2, and you see her kind of seize up and go get that kind of like rigor mortis kind of, or tetanus kind of body posture, and she just kind of like vibrates in place for a couple of seconds as her teeth grimace and chatter against each other, like as the electricity flows through her body, and then she collapses.
Okay, Mr. Flopsy. Why is that rolled 3? Hang on, let me do that again because it's gone up 1 by mistake.
And with that, like also the moonbeam kind of kicks in and then like sizzles the last little bit of her. So like you see her eyes kind of like pop and smoke out as there's like a kind of aftertaste of the moonbeam's radiant light sizzling any hope of her being reanimated.
Nice.
Mr. Flopsy takes 6 damage.
Yes.
I mean, you got me doing it now. You got me saying Mr. Hopsy is Mr. Flopsy.
I said Mr. Flopsy.
Oh my god, it's Mr. Hopsy.
Oh, sorry, I missed. Right, sorry.
That's what I'm talking about.
could have sworn you said
I'm
Mr.
so-
Hopsy when the creepy kids were talking about
It's
it.
probably my creepy kid accent.
Maybe.
I would not be surprised if it was the creepy kid accent.
Sorry, Mr. Hopsy takes 6 damage.
So a lot of your Balblade's magic is depleted, but hell, you've used it for the very first time
And it worked well.
to do the fancy stuff. So your Balblade is depleted until you take a long rest.
And that is my turn done.
And the next person on this chart is like well and truly dead. She's not mostly dead. She's like extremely electrified and radianted dead. So let me take her off the map and leave a little splat. But that means it's Mr. Hopsy's turn. Mr. Hopsy, and as the other little slaymate died, you hear the one who's invisible. You hear a little peepee sound, like a little squeal of rage. No, sister! Everybody, make a perception check.
Perception, wrong. That one. No, that's fucking hell. I can't remember where anything is.
Kai.
Okay. Kai is terrible at telling direction. But Terel, you can make out that the sound of the invisible slaymate is coming from your point of view. Is to the left of you.
Left of me as I'm looking.
Yeah, diagonally to the
Right,
left
so-
of you.
So
And I'm
like-
using like stage directions. As if, you're facing
Right
her.
there?
No, she's not adjacent to you. But she is like in that direction.
Okay. I will point with a meaningful eye contact to the other guys.
Mr. Hopsy hops forward. What are the odds?
Oh, hang on. He went through my moonbeam even though it's disappeared.
All right, that's a blah, 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 blah. What's the saving throw?
Was a Constitution, I think it was.
Okay, he saves, so it's 1d10.
1d10. So, 2 radiant damage.
And his teeth start gnawing, and he just chomp, 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 gnaw, gnaw, gnaw. Tries to gnaw in your general direction. Nat 1! That's not fair! But then he's like, he tries to bite you once. Fails. So, infuriated, Mr. Hopsy rears back and kicks at you with both legs. 1, 2.
Aw.
21 hits.
I no longer go, aw.
But the second one misses. So he kicks you once. And you take 11 damage.
That's a fucking nasty kick.
It's a little fucking nasty bunny.
Wow.
And he's like, arr, 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 in front of you. Just the gnashing of the teeth. And his little glass doll eyes just kind of bulge a little in the dead sockets. And the teeth just work mechanically. But that's Mr. Hopsy's turn. It's now Kai's turn.
Alright, well, I was gonna have some fun with Fireball, but. Well, since I can only see Mr. Hopsy.
Well, no, you'd be at disadvantage if you just whopped it into the area where she is.
I'll just shoot a firebolt at the rabbit. Oh, good lord. Oh, hits.
Yeah. Mr. Hopsy, he's all rabbit and parts. The rabbit bits, though, are just rabbit bits, so it's not hard. It's not hard to damage them. All right, so you shoot the firebolt at Mr. Hopsy, but you see that there's the rubber parts of him that put him back together are vulcanized, and they seem to resist the fire damage. So it doesn't do as much as you expected.
Okay.
However, Mr. Hopsy is visibly shaken by this encounter with fire. He shivers and he kind of curls into himself. He is afraid of fire, even though he's somewhat resistant to it. Because you use fire, Mr. Hopsy is going to have disadvantage on his next set of attack rolls.
Coolio. I think that's me done, because I'm not moving further into the room.
We're all doing fine right where we are right now.
So back to the top.
Back to the top, and it's Yelena for the start of round 2. Oh, this is moving so fast. Just a whirlwind of activity.
We'll just shoot Mr. Hopsy, I guess. Am I too close to him? Do I have to do it?
True. No, because you're 10 feet away.
Okay.
It's only when you're adjacent, I think, that it is point blank range.
Gotcha.
Terel's deceptively bulky.
Terel is providing you with the distance you need. So 21 hits Mr. Hopsy. And he partially resists that.
I guess it's a fear thing.
Oh, you think it is, you think...
The psychic damage, right?
You think, as your arrow flies through the air, it hits him, but the rubber plates in his chest kind of skew the arrow a little bit and abate the force of the impact.
Interesting. Alright. I'm done. I'm gonna stand back, look at the nasty little thing.
Polton Grey, somewhat of a coward, he kind of retreats just a step because this stuff is really gruesome. Even though he's someone who's obviously like witnessed some gruesome stuff, having hid in a barrel to avoid being eaten by a ghast or whatever the hell it was. He kind of ducks though. He like, okay, I'm not gonna physically stand in the attic anymore. I'm just gonna get on the ladder to the attic and hang here.
Ready to run.
And listen, just in case I need to make a run for it. So, he's gonna go a little bit invisible. And that means it is the invisible little slaymate's turn. And she runs up and, Kai, you feel the chompiness.
Creepy.
She tries to bite you. And she hits with a 14.
How could a 14 hit me?
It hits
18,
Kai.
18.
It's Kai.
Oh, right. Right, she needs to roll a disadvantage again.
Oh, I forgot to roll a disadvantage. Oops.
Sorry.
Wait, no, she's not at disadvantage.
Yes, she is.
Mr. Hopsy.
No, anyone who, oh no, because I can't see her. No, it's alright.
Yeah, she's not affected by fairy fire.
Shit. But no, it's my shield thing, so my protection ability.
Oh, that's right.
But it does specifically say someone I can see.
Oh, well, in that case, because you have to see her, you don't know because she's invisible until the last second. Actually, I'll let you do it because she has to become visible in the last second to attack. Okay, here, roll a dexterity check.
Okay, hang on. Dex check that one. Oh.
Let's test your reflexes.
Oh,
I think that's good enough. That's totally good enough. Okay, so you managed to do that. So I'm gonna roll again. But she's still
Shit.
15 is still enough to hit. Yeah. So
I
even
am
though
trying to help.
at the last second you see this like little girl, manifest right by Kai with her like jaws expanded, and she's looking ready to chomp on his finely silken robed arm. And you try to deflect her, but you're just not quick enough, and she sinks her teeth in. Kai, make a Constitution saving throw. All right, you save, but you do take 15 points of damage.
I've not got much left, you know.
And then Slaymate, she goes invisible again.
Just so you know, we can see her.
I was just contemplating whether we should tell
Oh.
Sophia.
Yeah, I know.
All right, well, let me move her somewhere else. Can you still see her?
No.
No.
Whoops, whoops, whoops. All right. Groovy's telling me that because she was invisible, she also gets advantage, so it nullifies your like shield thing.
All right, okay.
But let's be fluid and let's pretend.
I mean, to be
Terel-
fair, it didn't make much difference anyway. So.
Terel, it's your turn.
All right, I'm going to take a swing at Mr. Hopsy.
You bonk Mr. Hopsy with the bow blade. But as you hit him, a little spark of electricity ricochets off of Mr. Hopsy's form as an overcharge of electricity leaps from his body to you. Make a dexterity saving throw.
What?
All right. You fail, and you take a little bit of lightning damage. You take 4 lightning damage.
All right. Then I'm going to switch to my longsword.
You hit him again. Make another dexterity saving throw.
Oh, what? I thought it was just for the lightning.
And actually, you know what? I'm going to give you the other one back because you made it with the bow blade, and that bow blade is made out of wood.
Well, shoot. I shouldn't have switched swords then, should I?
Yeah, so we're going to leave it as is, all right?
Okay.
And not, like, inflict more. But, yeah, the metal weapon definitely conducted something.
Okay. Then I hastily switch back to my bow blade for future things. And that is me. Oh, hang on. Is that a bonus action? Let me just check something. No, it's an action. Okay, no, I can't do that. Trying to see if there's anything I can do to help Kai. Nope, they're all actions. Sorry, you're gonna have to wait. Okay, that's me done.
Alrighty. It's Mr. Hopsy's turn! Mr. Hopsy is going to try to bite you again. Mr. Hopsy is at disadvantage, right? He's the one at disadvantage. Oh yeah, he's at disadvantage because he's scared because of the fire. That was
Is he scared? I thought the disadvantage. I thought we got advantage when attacking him. Do they get disadvantage on?
He's at disadvantage because he's afraid of the fire that Kai cast on him. It's shaken him.
Oh, okay.
So his next attack is disadvantage, so the bite is going to be at disadvantage.
I'll take that.
So he misses with a 14. And then, he's like, so now he's like recovering, and he's going to kick at you twice again. Bonk, bonk. First one misses with a 16. Second one misses with an 11. Mr. Hopsy is like, ugh, I'm not doing what I want to do here. So he's gonna hop around you a little bit so that he's adjacent to everybody. And that will be his turn. Kai, you have a scary rabbit in melee range.
Yeah, in melee range?
Yes.
Oh,
Which means ranged spells will be a disadvantage.
Well, I could have a go with my silver dagger. Do we think?
Do we think?
Oh, I'll have a go anyway. I don't know how to do
No,
it with a dagger.
a silver dagger is pretty cool. Especially where undead are concerned. I don't know if it applies to the situation, but... Because, like, Terel? How long does your Divine Sense last?
Oh, I think it's a minute.
Alright, so you're not getting undead specifically out of this Mr. Hopsy.
Okay, so do we think he's more of a construct then?
That would be a good guess.
Oh shit, no, sorry. It lasts to the end of my next turn, so you ran off ages ago.
You know what? I just remembered something. Because you shot those lightning bolts. Do we remember how much damage we did to Mr. Hopsy?
No.
Because that lightning damage shouldn't have done anything to him.
Oh, bugger.
Let me
Hang
see.
on, go back.
My bad for not remembering things. I'm also eating a lot of ginger. Which is distracting
We
me.
did 6 damage to Mr. Hopsy.
So I'm gonna give 6. I'm gonna take 6 damage away from him.
Alright, so really quickly before my Divine Sense disappears, he's not undead.
He's not undead.
It must be some kind of construct then.
And he was immune to the lightning.
Was he a toy bunny before, rather than a live bunny? Can we tell?
Do an insight check.
No, I know nothing.
You haven't a clue. I mean, he's got dull eyes. But he has little fleshy furry bits too. I mean, it's really realistic fur. It could be anything.
Well, I guess I can say that the electric came back to me, so he's obviously channeling electric without any trouble.
Oh, right, so I'm just gonna hit him with a silver dagger.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm dumb. I'm so sorry, guys. When Kai make a dexterity saving throw. Okay, you're fine. Wait, is that your turn, Kai?
Yeah. 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 I'm just
Oh my god!
just wondering if I should just move out of his way, but then, yeah. No,
Yeah,
I'll
if you
just stay
move,
here.
well, like you can move either 1 square to your right or 1 square diagonally right. But any more than that, you will draw an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I might as well stay where I am on that. Yes, my turn. Somebody
Alright.
kill it before it gets me again, please.
Well, here's Yelena. Now, Yelena, you are
am
in melee
ridiculous.
range, so you would be at disadvantage shooting.
Let's see. Does it cost me any action to whip out the short sword? Can I just do that?
You can just whip it out.
All right, we'll hit with the short sword then.
Whip it out! Whip
Whipping
it
it
out!
out is free.
You can whip it.
Or like whipping out your first weapon is free. All right, dirty
Very
20.
nice.
So you stab the bunny with a pointy end. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Hold on.
Lovely.
Wow.
I just gracefully dodge out of the way. And I get another hit on him, right?
Yeah, you get to attack again.
Nope. That did not work.
Oh wait, natural 20! I have to drink a shot of moonshine.
Then I rolled a 1. I went to like 2 extremes here.
The comedy and the tragedy.
Exactly.
All right. That is your turn.
That's it.
Moonshine. Woo! Sanitizes. All right. Little invisible slaymate. She suddenly appears next to you, Terel, and she tries to bite you. And hits with a 24. Make a Constitution saving throw, please. And I don't have the sneak attack damage set. Is that correct? So you save, but you also take 5 additional points of sneak attack damage. Because Mr. Bunny flanking you. And that, she goes invisible one more time. And, Terel, it's your turn.
If I move the moonbeam so it covers myself and Kai, does it hurt them? Us?
It doesn't hurt you.
I just wanted to check because there's nothing specific in the thing. Right, so my action is to do
Kai,
that.
being a drow boy.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Standing in radiant light is not really his wheelhouse.
Okay, then I won't cover. I'll have it so it covers me and Mr. Hopsy.
That's not super fun for Kai. I mean, right now he's gotta like look through the glare. It's a good thing you have those sunglasses, Kai.
Yeah.
This eclipse glasses.
Yeah. Kai has his eclipse glasses that his uncle sent him. Which is
Oh, I
good.
might stop Slaymate coming at him.
So you moved your moonbeam.
Yeah.
What else are you doing?
That's it. That's my action. Unless I can take my bonus attack action as well.
Oh, moving your moonbeam is a full action?
Yeah.
It's not a bonus?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you can use an action to move the beam up to 60 feet in any direction.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, I didn't realize that. All right, so that's going to be your turn?
Yes.
Well, Mr. Hopsy's in that beam. Does he need to make a saving throw?
Yep.
Is it a dexterity or what is it?
Con.
Oh, he fails.
He did
So
indeed. So he
2d20.
takes 2d10.
Yeah, 2d10.
Wait, he can take 2d20
I said
if he wants.
2d20, but I was thinking like 2d10 is maximum 20. 3 points of radiant damage on Mr. Hopsy.
What's the point?
Hey, it's 3 damage.
Yeah, I might have done more damage. Well, I might have done more damage if I didn't.
I mean, as the moonbeam, you move the moonbeam over Mr. Hopsy, and he stands in it just long enough. Suddenly, one of his like dog glass eyeballs pops out of the socket. as it like.
And Terel says that. She goes, eh!
as the radiance hits, and like the kind of like construct rabbit kind of like tilts its head, like, and it just like gnaws its teeth, like, like that wasn't. He's not enjoying it. It's not quite fire level, but he's not enjoying it. But Mr. Hopsy, he's going to like move on. He's going to try to chomp Kai.
He really likes you, Kai.
We're going to say that I misrolled first, like with a kick, because I picked up the wrong die. But he misses with an 11, trying to bite. And he rears up to kick, and he's going to try to kick Yelena.
Rude.
14 hits. And he tries to kick again. Another 14 that hits. So you get a bonk bonk. Of 11 that is partially absorbed. I don't know why, but okay.
Is that some? Do I have socks on? Is that the socks do anything?
No, the socks give you temporary. Oh, I know that's why it is. It's the temporary hit points for your socks.
Yeah, that's it.
And then 7 damage on the second kick. So you took like a total of 18 damage, but I think you had like 6 sock hit points or something like that. So that's Mr. Hoppity.
That's the most hilarious sentence ever.
6 sock hit
Sock
points.
hit points.
That's Mr. Hoppity. Mr. Hopsy's turn.
Kai! Yeah, no one knows his name now.
I know his name is a mystery. It's like that other guy, like the Harkon Rankin, what's his name, soldier guy that you rescue from the cannibals.
Oh yeah,
from the shapeshifters. What was that guy's name? I don't know.
Who knows?
He's hanging around. He's back at the caravan. He's got a name. We don't know what it is, but he's got a name. All right, Kai, it's your turn.
Right, okay.
Bunny in melee range.
Well, I'm just gonna do Firebolt on him because the dagger was pants and he doesn't like fire, so...
He doesn't like fire. He's like resistant to fire, but he doesn't like it at all.
Oh.
An 11 hits.
Don't you have to do it at disadvantage though? I shouldn't say that, should I?
No, Kai doesn't have to do it at disadvantage. Ooh.
Oh,
Partially resisted, but like that was a big roll. 17 is big for a firebolt. And like the second eyeball pops out. So like
Terel goes, hey!
It's just like these 2 little glass eyeballs hanging off by like little wires out of this like into this massive singed fur. So that's your turn, Kai.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Top of round 4, Yelena.
He's still close to me, so I'll whack short sword again.
Right, you hit with a 23.
Nice.
Doing 6 damage, but also make a dexterity saving throw for the lightning that pops off of the rabbit. That is a fail.
Now.
So you take 2 lightning damage.
Oh bollocks. According to this, will they be getting the benefit of my charisma aura of protection on these saving throws?
Bollocks indeed.
Crap.
Yeah, they should have. Wait, what does that do?
Whenever you or a friendly creature within 10 feet of you must make a saving throw, they gain a bonus to the saving throw equal to your charisma modifier.
Oh gee, it would have been really nice if we remembered that earlier.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
That's way too much stuff to backdate.
And if that's my charisma modifier for my saves, it's +6.
Wait, is that your just normal? That's not your. No, it's your
Oh, is it just my normal charisma modifier on me?
+3. It's +3.
Oh, that's a shame.
But that's still good. +3 to their like scores for their saves.
I thought it would apply it automatically. All right, everyone, remember you've got a +3 to your saving throws
No,
when
like
you're next to me.
it's a conditional thing because it's based off of how proximal they are. That's a little bit fine-tuned for Fantasy Grounds to track. I think it doesn't do that automatically. We really got to remember that because that's a big thing. +3 on saving throws is kind of huge.
It's coming really handy for this fight. Sorry,
there is apparently an extension for that, so maybe if I remember, I will look up what the extension is on Fantasy Grounds and add it in. Because I have another extension that I also need to update, so it might be worth it. Because we need as much automation as possible, because we do not remember things.
Otherwise, I need a sticky notes thing that I could just stick on my screen that tells me this, so I can remind people.
You did 8 more damage. Wait, you did 4 more damage to Mr. Hopsy, I think. Anyway, you did more damage to Mr. Hopsy. You need to make another saving throw, but this time, add +3.
+3. +3.
Ooh!
You didn't need my +3.
You didn't need it, but like, hey, it's 24 now. 24. You rebuke that electricity. All right, Mr. Hopsy is looking really raggedy right now. But that's Yelena's turn, correct?
That's it.
And now it's time for the Slaymate to have some fun. She moves back to stand in front of Terel and try to chomp Terel with teethies.
Con saving throw, please.
Okay, why is it? Oh, it's not working because of the moonbeam. Right, she rolled like shit on the bike, which is what I do. But she oh yeah, she didn't do anything.
Right, she takes 13
She's like,
radiant damage.
She's like, you're a mean kid. She takes 13 radiant damage, and as she like utters, "You're a mean kid," the radiant light sizzles her up, and she like kind of like evaporates and collapses in a seared out husk.
Yes. Oh, moonbeam to the rescue.
Boop! Splat! So now you just have this like little bunny looking around, gnashing
Look at the rabbit
its
and
teeth.
say, "I'm really sorry, you don't deserve this," and I hit it with my bow blade. Oh, oh, it worked.
And you hit it with an 11. And with that, you jam your bow blade into the gullet of this reanimated rabbit, this constructed little Hopsy, and it just kind of collapses where it's skewered on your weapon.
Wait, that means I killed them all.
And a sad little bit of dangly eyes and fluff.
Oh.
The death. It's palpable.
Ugh.
And with that, things are still gruesome, but far less animate. And as that unpleasant encounter comes to a close, how about we take a little adventurous break?
Sure.
It's a plan.
All right. See you back here within 10 minutes.
Okie dokie. See you in a bit.
Whee! I have returned if anyone is there hearing the words.
Hello.
Hello.
Man, that combat was a hot mess. Because we forgot so many things. We forgot the aura. But then I forgot to totally track all the times the lightning would have healed Mr. Hopsy. Because, like, that's the thing that the bow blade does, is it does lightning damage. And that would have healed him if you hit him with that weapon while he was damaged. But I totally forgot to do it. So I think it balances out in the end. I think all the times that I forgot to heal Mr. Hopsy balances out with all the times
I'm forgetting the saves.
we forgot to add +3 to all your saving throws, and you guys might not have taken damage.
Oh dear. Oh, speaking of which,
we need to.
I would like to cast Lay on Hands on Kai. So that pool you can restore a total number of hit points equal to your paladin level times 5.
So you can heal up to 30 hit points.
But that's what each time?
No, total until I'm not sure if I this is my memory. I don't remember things at all anymore. Like, it's been a month since we played D&D, maybe 5 weeks since we played D&D. So that's long enough for me to forget the finer points. I don't remember if your Lay on Hands recharges at a long rest or a short rest. I'm gonna look at this right now to see if it does. Long rest. Okay.
Long rest.
So you can.
So does that mean
30
each
hit points until you take a long rest?
Okay, so that means that each Lay on Hands will give 6 hit points back, yeah?
Each little one that you do, I think we set it up for 5 hit points.
Okay.
As 5-point increments.
Okay, sorry, yeah. 6. Alright, so if I do 2 Lay on Hands, that'll give you 10 hit points back, Kai. I can give you 10 hit points back, yeah? Alright, so you sort out that. I don't want to use them all up, that's all.
And then I can drink potion. How much do you get from potion? 2d4. +2. Okay. So is there a special way to do that, or do I just roll?
Is it set up on your actual sheet?
Hang on.
Plus,
Yes,
everyone's back. So let's say if everybody's physically, if not emotionally prepared, we can resume.
Yeah. So I'm down 16. I can't decide whether I should take this potion of healing or.
At this juncture, you're like doing that kind of like rapid sort of healing. And as you guys kind of gather yourselves after this combat, you see like the body, like as it kind of like sloughs off of Terel's weapon and collapses to a heap of parts on the ground. Mr. Hopsy is just this pathetic mound of parts. The little girls, they seem to lose in death a little bit of the creepiness. They still have that kind of like scorched look from the radiant damage that finished them off. But now they just look kind of gray and peaceful, like dead little girls. And all of you injured, scrambling, debating whether or not to take your use healing potions and your abilities. Do you want to take any kind of short rest or anything like that?
So if we take a short rest, we can use this hit die to get us some hit points back, can't we?
Mm-hmm.
Then maybe we should do that. And then I can save
your little moonbeam.
Oh yeah, do that.
Fizzles out after 30 seconds or so.
Because then I can save the remainder of my Lay on Hands for emergencies, if that's okay.
And then after like about a minute of silence, and you guys kind of like shuffling, chugging potion, Polton Grey reappears, and he's like, "Oh, is it safe? Did you fight them both? I knew it. I knew you were strong. You would protect me. Thank you."
I think we're all just staring at him.
Yeah.
Exactly this.
With all your
dead ass silence.
Your bite marks and your bruising from blunt force trauma.
Rabbit foot shaped boot prints on me.
rabbit footprints on your forehead and stuff. His thanks are so heartwarming, yes. Do you want to take a long rest? I mean, a short rest. Or a long rest, I don't know.
Well, I think it should. Well, because we have to. We said we'd give. We told Belafonte we'll only wait 3 days, so.
The attic is quiet. It's only been a few hours since you parted from the caravan. Like,
I mean, this is just the first building in this town.
Here's the timeline.
Yeah,
Here's the timeline. You separated from the caravan. An hour passed. Like, you approached. You encountered the little wagons. Went inside. Had tea with Venator for like another hour. So that's 2 hours. You ventured into town. Let's say that's a third hour. It's been about 3 hours since you last saw the caravan in Belafonte. So you're like 3 hours in on your 3 days. However, you have investigated the last place inn. The last place where Vina knew there had been survivors barricading themselves before it was overrun by undead. You also know that there is a house to the east that is sending smoke signals in an SOS. Otherwise, you're like in hour 3 of your 3 days before Belafonte has to make a decision.
So we've got time for a short rest.
Yeah, I think so.
But I think Bonnie's saying we've actually got time for a long rest if we really wanted to. But
I mean, it's your choice. You can do a short rest. You can do a long rest. These are options.
I'm tempted to say do a short rest, use some hit die, and then maybe do a long rest after. Hopefully we get to another building that's safe.
Mm-hmm. Do we want to check out that SOS signal right away, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with that. All right. So short rest.
Mm-hmm.
So it's roll the hit die and add a con modifier, yeah?
I'm going to remind Yelena at this point that your socks, your magical socks you took from Emilia Monetas's tower, that not only give you temporary hit points when you take a long rest, they give you a free hit die roll of healing during a short rest. Because normally when you like heal, you have to use your hit dice.
Uh-huh.
And that's like a finite pool, but this gives you 1 extra that you can roll on yourself.
Okay, so how should I pull from
So basically, you can roll an extra D8. You can roll a D8 and give that to yourself as healing for free before you start spending the hit dice on your character sheet.
Gotcha. Nice. Do I add something to that?
No, that's just a flat. Give yourself 8 points of healing off the top from taking a short rest. And then if you want to heal yourself beyond that, you have to start spending hit dice. But looks to me like you've bandaged a lot of boo-boos.
I got some decent rolls.
Terel, you're practically back to top form.
Aye. Bite marks are barely a grace now.
Kai, you're a little bit gnawed.
As long as I don't turn into a zombie.
But it's not dire. And thankfully, you resisted. You don't feel poisoned. You don't feel diseased.
Well. This time yet. Might be slow acting.
So every time like something bit you during that combat, you're like, well, I don't feel anything gross immediately entering my bloodstream. So right now you feel normal, you still got injuries, but there's nothing, you don't feel like there's any kind of extra illness percolating within your system.
Okay.
Same thing goes for Yelena. Though I think Yelena just got kicked, so it's not like you
Yeah,
have
so
anything to worry about.
Plenty kicks.
Just a couple bruises, but otherwise you're like, okay, I'm feeling pretty good. So you're taking a short rest. So it's been about 4 hours total since you left the caravan. What do you want to do now?
We're going to go to... Oh, I keep losing my button. We're going to go towards the SOS signal.
Sure.
Yeah. So I guess turn to Polton and explain that we've seen a smoke signal.
More.
And does he want to come with us?
More survivors. Do you know
Possibly.
who? From when the inn was overrun.
I mean, all we can. I mean, we obviously don't know who is potentially alive in the town. We're just basing this on Venus information.
He kind of clenches his hands weirdly in front of his chest. There were many of us. Some of them children. We were trying to make a break for it. To the north, some were distraction. But the undead overran us before much progress could be made. I sheltered here. I thought, oh, so many were taken out by the Hoard. But some survived. You think some survived? Yes. Well, let's go there.
Okay. Are you sure you want to come with us? Because there's potentially going to be more fighting. Or do you want to try and get out of town?
Else would I go?
You can point him towards Vina.
Vina. She lingers outside of town most times. She didn't join us at the end. No. I've been in the town. I don't think I'll be allowed to leave. Frostfeather doesn't let people leave.
Okay. We gotta deal with him.
What are you going to do? Are you going to face Frostfeather? Do you think you can face Frostfeather?
Oh, I hope so. But we're here to see if we can get some more help in doing so.
Yes. I think that is a very good plan. The more, the better.
I pointedly look him up and down. What about you?
What exactly are you doing?
I'm implying, is he going to pick up a weapon and help?
I can fight if we make a stand. But I think I should conserve my strength for a big battle, yes?
Okay.
I'd rather not perish fighting some
Creepy children?
gnawing mass in the kitchen or some creepy child when the real threat is Frostfeather. You can gather more people. I think that's for the best. That is the time for people to make a stand, yes?
Can I do an insight check to see if I actually believe him or if I think he's like on the other side?
Sure, make an insight check. Uh, 14?
Mm-hmm.
This might be ruining something. Can you see my rolls?
Yep.
God damn it! Point is,
I believe him.
you believe him.
Okay.
You absolutely, you think,
I don't believe
damn
it,
it.
really.
I hate it when they change things because I never remember to check the settings.
Oh, dear. All right. Well, in that case, if you're
Y'all
gonna,
used to be blind to my machinations.
I know. I've played it too long.
So unfair. But yeah, as far as you're concerned, this guy, he's making a good argument, that, what's the point of dying against some common zombie trying to be all hero when what you really need is bodies and numbers for the big fight against Frostfeather?
Okay. Do you have any weapons or armor if you're gonna help us when we actually, do face him?
His garments look rather fine. Very much so. But they are also very stylized studded leather. So he is somewhat armored. And it looks quite fine. And even though you found him cowering, he's picked up a rapier along the way. And there is a hand crossbow attached to one arm.
Okay.
I have some skills. Villagers, we set some booby traps in places. For the dead. Trying to ward them off? I can maybe help you find them. Make sure you don't step somewhere not meant for the living. Y'all are all thinking really hard. I can literally hear you think.
It's just my natural cynicism whirring away.
I know. Terel trusts nobody. Terel, everybody is suspect except for Kai and Yelena, apparently.
Well,
maybe
even then,
Sprinkles,
maybe.
maybe Lady Belafana, but everybody else,
No, definitely not.
doesn't trust them as far as she can throw them.
Yeah.
Doesn't trust them as far as Kai could throw them. So as you all stare at him, very pointedly in the attic, what do you want to do next?
Well, if they've set booby traps around the village and we're going to go wandering around,
Yeah.
we need
Then
to know where they are.
yeah. So Polton, can you point out the booby traps so we don't get caught in them?
I could keep an eye out. Certainly. I didn't set them all.
You're going to tell
But
us
I know.
before we walk into
It's
the
our
booby trap?
ways. I'll keep an eye out. Look for them before you step into something that you don't want to step into. It's the least I could do.
Okay. Shall we just head off to the smoke signal then?
Yeah.
As you you head down the ladder and go down all the 2 flights of stairs to get back to the exit of the inn. He's commentating and he's like, as long as you don't try to crawl through windows, battered openings in buildings. That's the number 1 step to avoiding traps. Access points. It's access points. Keep the undead out. That's what you got to worry about. So you exit. You head toward the exit of the inn, and then as you approach the exit to the inn, he holds his arms out, and he gives you this really knowing look. Just kind of dramatically steps to the front door of the inn. Coast is clear.
Terel rolls her eyes at the other two.
So I'm gonna move you back, just temporarily to the village map. I don't remember. There was some zombie kind of banging its head against a building. Let me reshare this map because you guys don't have it open.
Did we sneak past it?
Yeah,
you
I heard
snuck
that.
past it on the way in. I don't remember if you guys killed it or not. I think you just snuck
No.
past it.
We just snuck past it.
Yeah. So in that spirit, you leave the building and you get to like the corner, and you're like, oh yeah, and there's just this zombie kind of banging his head against the wall of the inn. It hasn't noticed you.
Is that where the green splodge is?
Yeah, that's where the little green dot is. Yeah.
Oh, green dot.
The sploogey splodge. And
Alright.
you can adjust yourselves accordingly on the map. I just threw you on there.
Well, I guess I'll go ahead again. Shield out. So, sorry, I've forgotten again. The building we saw with the smoke signal was to the east?
It was to the east. It is marked with a little
that green pin.
pen to the east.
Yep.
It says barricaded home.
Alright, so I look at Polton and point to the east.
You see the smoke rising.
And say, right, best route to get to that area. In your opinion. It looks like we can go... Well, I don't know if this road to the south will head round, but presumably the north will, but...
You see that there was a route that you didn't take to the south, but you saw before that there seemed to be an alley kind of to the south and the north between those buildings. But you could also go the north way, but it is a narrow path because, well, you haven't quite seen it yet, but I will tell you that the river, the city has been kind of built up over parts of the Dillenbeer River. And this isn't a part that has been built over the flow of the Dillenbeer River, where the village of Zelbross, what's the right word? Mines? I don't know. The clay from the banks, they take advantage of that. So there's some access points where artisans and workers in the village would have claimed clay from the riverbanks.
Okay. Well, I was just thinking if we can get around to it from the south, we won't have to pass that zombie.
Yeah, you're right.
But there might be something even worse in the alley.
Well, that's true, but, which is why...
Are my boots?
You have boots of flying, Yelena.
Yes,
yes, you do.
Can I scout out ahead? I don't remember if they are recharged or...
You can totally fly. I've been tracking it, but you have 3 hours of flying or something. Read the description.
Yeah, I feel like it was...
It's a pretty long period of flying before they're completely depleted. And you've only flown for maybe 20-30 minutes at this point.
Okay. Yeah, I will... I guess I will just sort of follow this north road here. The most what would in normal times would be the most obvious route.
The north road, you just need to make a stealth check to see if you can sneak past the zombie.
Yeah, but if I go upwards, can I?
Without drawing its attention.
If I rise up right now, just
but since you're flying, it doesn't matter because
exactly
you're flying.
Exactly. So I guess I'll just scout out.
Yeah. So you boot up. Fly over the buildings kind of to the north. How far north do you want to go? Do you want to stick to where the smoke signal is?
Yeah, we'll go up to, but let me scout all the routes to the smoke signal house.
All right. You get up in the sky. Do a perception check.
Now you roll a 1.
Now, you scout around the buildings. What you can tell is
we hear it. Ooh, pretty bang.
The access to the smoke signal, the house with the smoke signals, is easier from the south. You do see that there are actively creatures. What you can pick out the forms of what looks like wolves around that building, and they seem to be trying to burrow at the sides of that house. The path to the north, it's far narrower because that's where the river is. It's accessible, and it might allow for a more stealthy approach where it wouldn't be possible for like maybe wolves or whatever is attacking that house to see you as easily. But it is narrow. There's like kind of like a tree that's grown up near the sidewalk, so it's a little bit more precarious by the riverside. And it would require you sneaking past the zombie or just like, you know, killing the zombie. But you see that house is currently being sieged by some creatures.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back and convey all of that. So a couple of thoughts. I wonder if there's anything we can do to get the creatures distracted to leave that house. At least temporarily.
Did you say they were direwolves or undead? Sorry.
Can I tell what type of wolves they are?
Well,
I'm assuming.
With a nat 1, they just look like wolves.
No.
Y'all, I'm tired. And they look like wolves.
They're wolf shaped.
They're wolf shaped.
And that's all you picked out was the wolf shapes.
Flying Ranger is tired.
Wolf shaped blobbies.
Can we? Another option is, I guess we could. Kai, do you have the ability to polymorph everybody into little small forms that I can carry, and I can fly us all up there? Is that wasting a spell slot?
I don't think you're high enough level.
Yeah.
I say, speaking for Kai.
Oh. I'm just saying, you're assuming that I actually have anything useful like that.
I'm gonna always hope springs eternal.
1, does polymorph kill people?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
2,
I don't have any more of the goose
2,
stuff.
it's a level 4 spell, and I don't think you have level 4 spells yet because you're level 6, right?
No, but I definitely will get it when I get my level 4
Okay,
spell.
just let's.
He will totally get polymorphed if it kills people when he can.
It's just a fun party trick.
Yeah, no, nothing useful.
But, conceptually, it was a great idea.
I'm just trying to. Can I put somebody in my pocket?
That would have been so convenient.
I know.
Definitely something we need to take into account going forward.
Yes.
But spitballing here. No bad ideas. We're just brainstorming. We're just throwing stuff against the walls.
I don't see the spell. I don't see what Kai's character sheet says.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know what he's got.
Arcane is not usually your jam, so
that's right.
These are valid questions.
I love that we're just standing there. There's a zombie, banging his head.
Staring at each other.
All right, so potentially either direction, we're going to have to kill the wolves.
Right.
Like, yeah, any way you cut it, there are wolves attacking the house that's sending up the smoke signals. One way, you have to sneak past the zombie. And it might be trickier, but it's more stealthy. It allows a stealthy approach where you might be able to, surprise the wolves. The other route, where you don't have to sneak past any zombies or whatever. But it'll be easy for the wolves to spot you.
Terel points at her clanking armor. Sneaking? I mean, I can try, but I don't hold out a lot of hope.
You can take your armor off.
I'm not doing that. It'll take forever.
Then you have to put it back on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I could cast Bless to try and help it. Bless 3 creatures with an attack roll. Oh, it's an attack or a saving throw, so that won't help. I don't mind If you want to try and sneak past the zombie, we can do, and if we don't, then we'll just have to kill it.
I mean, it's just one zombie.
It's a zombie.
Yeah.
That's true.
Polton Grey is just standing there twiddling his thumbs as you guys debate, like, the zombie. Are we going to kill the zombie or not? Are we going to sneak past the zombie or not?
Look, you disappeared down the ladder when the two creepy kids were out. You don't get a say in the matter.
I didn't say anything.
Uh-huh.
He's just twiddling his thumbs. I didn't. I'm following you.
All right, should we try and sneak past the zombie, or do you want to just kill it and then go that way? Kai says kill it. She didn't come through, but...
All right. Kai, you wanna zap it?
Sure.
Do you want me to put a zombie on the board?
Yeah.
I will put a zombie on the board.
What shall I zap it with?
Thing not too noisy. Save your big stuff for later.
There's a zombie.
Firebolt it is then.
Alright, you hit it with your firebolt. The zombie quietly bonking its head. 2 bolts of fire, or like a big bolt of fire, lances into this zombie. Sizzle, 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 sizzle. And it just engulfs in flames. It's not completely dead, but it's on fire. And it's suddenly like... And it turns to face you.
Ooh, Yelena quickly put a thingy in it.
Alright.
Yeah, roll initiative, guys.
Oh. Sorry, I'm trying to find it. There we go.
I'm glad I'm not the only person that...
That is the worst initiative you may have ever rolled, Yelena.
Yeah.
But it still wasn't as bad as the nat one that Kai rolled. Terel, in a shocking turn of events, you get to go first in initiative order.
I know. This is unprecedented today.
You get the next hit against the zombie that is quite surprised by your aggression.
Bye!
So, yeah. What did you do to the zombie?
I hit it with my sword.
You ran up to the zombie and you stabbed it with your sword? Okay.
I mean, what else do you expect from me?
Well, I gotta do one thing.
Oh, no.
No, it's dead.
This is where... Alright, okay.
It's dead. Right. So you killed the zombie. Zombie dispatched.
I was expecting a World War Z wall of zombies then.
Nah. No. We just had to see if it rose again. You know. Because these undead, sometimes they're quite persistent. But no. You've successfully dropped the zombie. So you proceed to sneak along the north side?
Yeah, Yelena, do you want to go first? Because you're sneaky.
Alright.
Is Yelena still flying, or is she back on the ground?
Well, my assumption, maybe I was wrong, but my assumption is that she flew back to you and landed on the ground to talk to you about what she scouted.
I mean, I could still fly, I guess.
No, might as well save your...
Save the flying, yeah.
Boot power.
I need to get the steps in.
It's a great way to get advantage in a fight if you've got some flying time left, so... I'm assuming we're fighting outside and not in a building, right?
So, do we want to make this dude go first in case there's any booby traps?
Good point. Or at least be near me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Polton, shift your ass.
You, up front.
I don't know, have we lost the DM?
No, you have not lost me. I'm just trying to multitask and failing. That's me. Just trying to multitask and failing.
So we need Polton to do his job.
Polton, he looks for things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here again, he like kind of sneaks slightly ahead of the party as you make your way. And
is he sneaking ahead?
He is sneaking ahead, and he like looks for traps.
What?
And so as he looks, he's like, gives you the thumbs up. Coast clear. And then he drifts back to the rear of the party.
Wow.
All right, I want to do whatever check I need to do here to see if I see anything.
Yeah, you can do a perception check if you want to. If you want to double check his work.
I might want to do that, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to double check his work, make a perception check.
Let's see if this is better. Somewhat.
Yeah, you don't spot anything either.
Okay.
Right, well, I'm gonna. No, are we going east?
Oh wait,
You're going east as far as I know.
Yeah, so we want to turn right there.
yeah. So right at the fork.
Where I am now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly the way you have to go. So the sidewalk becomes quite narrow, and there's this overhanging tree that has already lost its leaves and looks like kind of dire and dead. But you also see it's almost like you see now that the village has been built over the river, and there is like a ledge, bridge-like, but it's different from a bridge in that there are buildings here. But there's just one little ledge that's like a bridge railing. Looking down below, there is a river percolating rather slowly. It's not a rapid river. Yelena, make a perception check. As you look out, glancing over the river, you see a flicker of movement in the water. There's life in there. You can make an insight or a nature check. With a 13, you can't pick out exactly the nature of what is swimming in that water. It's not humanoid in form, though. You're pretty sure about that.
Be fucking killer piranha fish.
It seems to be something larger. Well, it's something that's reptilian, amphibious. I don't know.
We shouldn't
can't
go
tell though through the murky water. There's something in there.
We don't want to go swimming.
Wasn't intended to.
But you do feel confident that it is not just zombies in the water. It's not humanoid.
Oh, great. More things.
The path is narrow, but you can sneak under the tree.
Can I see if there's anything in the tree?
There's nothing in the tree. I'm going to say that flat out. Bare branches. But everybody in the party make additional perception checks. You hear the sounds of wolves. Growling, snapping. They're pushing up against this house. But from Yelena's vantage point, Yelena, you can only spot one of them right now. Terel, you can hear some other kind of sickly sound. And even though you don't have your divine sense running, you have this sudden sense that there is a decent number of undead ahead. And it's not just wolves. Not these wolves you've heard about. There's something else unsettling. You hear like kind of like a gnashing and a sound of rapid movement, wind, and hunger. You pick that out amidst battle cries. You also hear the sounds of combat. There's somebody fighting back, shooting arrows, something electrical you can pick out, Terel.
Electrical?
That's a running theme.
Yeah, I hope it's not a giant bunny.
No, but maybe it's our buddy, oh god, what's his name? Big Bad. Brassfeather.
Frostfeather.
You can do it, Terel, you can do an insight check because you can pick out the most sounds at this point.
Okay.
You're not sure what to make of this, Terel. You're not sure to make what sound, whether it's like a giant bunny or something else. But you recognize that sound of electricity. And you pull out the sound of arrows being let fly, much like your friend Yelena in combat. But you don't have a good viewpoint. And Yelena, you're the only one who can see. I think at this point you can see that there is one wolf at the northern part of this house. And with that, I'm going to have you guys make a stealth check.
Okay. Hey.
So Kai. Oh wait, let me roll for this other guy. For this Polton? Polton? What's Polton?
I think he's other guy now.
This other guy.
Other guy.
So Kai and Polton, you guys, you're quiet. Like tippy toes. Nobody knows. But Terel and Yelena, because you picked up the most information about your surroundings, you kind of lose your shit a little. And like Terel is like clanking her armor, like, oh my god, there's stuff happening around the corner, and she like lets out this little exclamation, like, holy shit, there's stuff happening around the corner. And they're like, I don't know, maybe it's a giant bunny, and simultaneously Yelena is like, oh my god, there's something in the water, we need to not go in the water, guys. And you're just a little bit too loud about this. So there's like one wolf. The one wolf towards the north of this house realizes that you are there. And I'm going to move you guys to a different map. You might be able to see more than just one wolf at this point, because there
appears to be a bunch of anime characters on this.
Yeah, there appears to be some, and normally you can't actually see inside this house, but I was lazy and I didn't fog of war this shit. Mea culpa. But that's the way it's going to be. What you see is that there is this one dire wolf, and it has noticed you, and you have noticed it. So everybody roll initiative.
Okay. Hang on, Kai's lost it. Front page. There.
Do I need to reshare anything?
No, she'd lost her initiative dice. That's all.
I could, yeah. I had a blank moment where I couldn't remember where to find it.
So you have your initiatives now. Somehow, through a miracle of science, Kai has rolled faster initiative than anybody. And you get to act before this wolf that has noticed you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I guess that. I'll throw a fireball at it.
All right. And as you fling this fireball,
Really? I'm so surprised.
in the direction
What?
of this dire wolf, you realize it's a wolf, and it is dire. It is a mangy, hulking, intense-looking wolf, and not only is it a mangy, intense-looking wolf, it is obviously an undead wolf, an undead zombie dire wolf.
Yeah.
All sorts of adjectives that aren't good.
Yes, all sorts of bad adjectives. And you fling your firebolt, and you're like, well, we suspected for so long, but oh my god, zombie dire wolves are real, and you like fly off, shooting wide with your firebolt in this startling realization. Giving the end of your turn and the opportunity for the zombie dire wolf to run forward and attack Yelena.
Puppy.
Sorry.
Let me check something.
Are you within 5 feet of me? Or is that slightly out?
I'm gonna say she's within. Technically, she's not in a square. So we're up there. She is within 5 feet of you. So she will have whatever your super
No, the dire wolf has to
your paladin
attack
pong.
with disadvantage.
Your paladin pong. Okay, so the wolf attacks with disadvantage. Well, it's not appreciating that. At least the DM isn't appreciating that on behalf of the zombie.
Sorry.
But I've marked my disadvantage button, and it is going to try to bite Yelena. But it hits with a 22 regardless.
I guess it's better.
But hey,
no use
right
whatsoever.
side, it swallowed my natural 20, so that is useful. Because it would have been a critical hit. It would have been a critical nibble.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me double check something else about this wolf. I want to make sure. You make a Constitution saving throw with a +3. Yelena.
Oh, I should have remembered.
All right,
Nice.
you're good, and a natural 20, so I have to drink another shot of moonshine. But you do take 9 damage from that bite. Oh! Next up is Terel.
Why did my map move then? Annoying thing. Right, I'm going to... Well, I'm just going to move up and hit it. Because what else would I do? Alright, I'll take another swing at it. Oh, thank God for that. And I'm going to do a divine smite if I remember how to do it. Hang on. You can spend one spell slot to deal radiant damage to the target in addition to the weapons damage. Extra damage 2d8.
Whoa! Moonshine. Ooh! Yeah, I feel very sanitized.
Did that apply a 2d8?
15 points of what? I don't see anything. Wait, was it the 15 points of damage?
Damage is 1d8 plus 5 is 11 plus the lightning damage. So it hasn't done the 2d8 for the divine smite.
It hasn't done the divine smite. I don't see that you rolled it. Like, it didn't register the roll for your divine smite in the chat window.
Yeah,
but it did register the 15 points from your initial hit. So roll the 2d8 again.
2d8.
All right, 8 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll add that. 23. All right. Thwack, thwack. You cleave a very pertinent slice through the side of this dire wolf, and it's gaping open, entrails dragging dangling towards the ground. It snarls at you.
I snarl back.
Alright, something you can't see is doing something.
Well, that's not worrying at all.
Well, I'm afraid to do anything because as soon as I do anything, you're going to see what it is. Damn it!
Do you not have the tower thing anymore?
Oh.
I don't see it, no.
Here, let me
try.
no,
it's there.
Let me see if this works. I'm going to try this. I don't know if it's going to work because I'm not used to like doing this in the tower.
Yeah, I don't see it. I mean, I just see a shadow.
I just see a shadow.
Oh, goody, because I did something good.
Cameron, it was a practice roll.
Oh, that was a lot of dice there.
Alright, that's good to know. That's good to know. Another thing. Alright, you hear a crash coming from the south. And a little bit of a scream, a shout. Make a perception check.
Ooh.
Alright, Terel, you distinctly hear a feminine voice yell, "We have a breach!" coming from the south.
Okay. Then I just look at the other and say, it sounds like there's more bad guys to the south and they've got into the building.
Now that you're visible, you see another dire wolf appear, comes into view, and it starts running toward you. To aid its brethren.
I also shout, "Incoming!"
While it's adjacent to you, it's had to dash and hasn't quite been able to do jack shit in terms of attacking you. Another direwolf is visible.
More incoming!
It doesn't become adjacent to anybody. Now it's Yelena's turn. And Yelena, you also can pick out another direwolf. Who hasn't gotten to act yet, but it is your turn.
1 second, let me look at this. If I want to see if I want to do this.
I'm really jamming to this combat music, y'all.
It is kind of nice. Alright, you know what? I'm just going to slash for right now. I was trying to see if I could be creative, but I don't know if I want to mess with that.
On the plus side, you haven't seen any giant bunnies yet.
I mean, that's good. Worried I've given the DM an idea there.
You hit with a 17.
Dice, work for me. Come on.
$11 damage against that zombie wolf. That zombie wolf looks pretty rough.
Alright, let me rough him up some more.
Ow! 24 totally hits.
Very nice.
Ah, I want him to fall down.
Ooh.
Alright. Oh.
6 isn't enough to get that zombie wolf to fall down. Oh, actually. This is interesting. The zombie, it is just enough. Actually, it is just enough, and I don't know why Fantasy Grounds didn't report it as such, but it was actually just enough to knock that zombie wolf unconscious. So you stab the zombie wolf, the zombie dire wolf, and it makes a little sickening, like, ah! And collapses to the ground. You still have one adjacent to you snarling, but yeah, you've taken one out of the running right now.
Excellent. All right, that's it for me.
Zombie direwolf runs up, takes the unconscious zombie direwolf's place, and it attempts to bite you, Yelena.
With disadvantage.
Because of pack tactics, it cancels out your doodah.
Boo!
Hey, don't we get to be a pack? We're pack too.
When do you get to be a pack?
There's two of us together. We're like a little mini pack.
That's true. Yeah.
But a 13 is not enough to chomp on you, Yelena. So it is all for naught. But two zombie direwolves, growling at you and Terel, but they have not been able to successfully damage you. Atop a round, well, it says round 5 because we haven't taken a long rest, but it's technically round 2. And there's the sound of an arrow letting fly in the air. Yelena, you pick the sound out because it's near and dear to your heart. And the sound of this arrow, it's landing in something. Pardon me, take a minute, because stuff is happening from inside of this house. Alrighty. Oh, that was really sad. Don't mind me. It's Polton Grey's turn, but as usual, he's just kind of hovering in the background and not being useful for shit. So that means it's Kai's turn. Hi, Kai.
Hi.
You see 3 direwolves. Two of them are like right next to your pals.
Yeah. So how do you do targeting on this thingy? So if I wanted to do a thing that targets an area, so all the baddies in an area, do I just put a target up, or do I have to roll separately?
Let me flip. Okay. Alright. So what you have to do, you draw your whatever shape as usual to see like what the area of effect is going to be. But then you control and left mouse click on the token of each creature you're targeting on the map. Make sure you click on their avatar picture, because if you click on the borders of the circle haloing the creature, it does not seem to register. These are my notes.
Oh, so I've got my 20-foot radius.
So now you hit the control key and then left click your mouse on each one of the, I'm assuming, zombie dire wolves that you want to affect with your spell. That will target them.
Okay. Right, okay. So, attack first.
Well, you have to target them first.
Well. Oh. Control and left click.
Control and left mouse click.
No, it's not doing all.
It is. I see little wolves being added to your
Oh,
kindness on the combat tracker.
Right, so
you've got 2 wolves targeted. You don't have all 3 though.
4 and 3 you've targeted, so you need to do 1. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Oh, that's handy.
Now, on your character sheet's action tab, click the button for the spell action you want to apply to all your targets. So, like, if you want to attack them with, I had, like, if you want to bless, then it's the button to the left of the word effect. So, if you want to attack them with, like, something like, what, a fireball? I don't know. What are you doing?
Fireball.
A fireball?
Yeah, fireball, yeah. So I just do a attack. Click on attack.
So we go to fireball. Click on the button to the left of save on a fireball.
Okay.
And it will make them all make their dexterity saving throws at once.
Okay, here goes.
Ah!
Woo! I think everybody failed.
Nice.
Woo! Fire! Now, I think if you click damage, the damage button, it might apply the damage all at once on them. Ooh! So all 3 wolves took 18 damage. Now, there's like a really important step about like removing them from your targets just in case, so you don't have them targeted forever until the end of time. Okay. But I don't remember. I think you just
well, if you left click them again, what you want target?
Yeah, if you control left click them again, you untarget them. Y'all, that's how Fantasy Grounds works.
Nice.
Now I need to get rid of the target thing. How do I do that?
Control and left click the wolves again.
Of a circle.
Yeah, you got them untargeted. There's no wolves in your targets anymore. You're clean. That's
Control
nice.
and right click. And then.
That's nice. You did like 48 damage against those 3 wolves.
Yeah.
Sweet. So that's Kai's turn. This zombie wolf, with that fireball erupting, it's well and truly dead. It's not just mostly dead. It's like, oh, so dead. Why did it show up for work today? A bolt of murky force energy zarps out of one of the windows of the house, aiming towards one of the zombie dire wolves. But it flies wide. Doesn't hit any of you. Misses, though. Terel, it's your turn.
Okay. Hang on, which ones? Shouldn't one of them be gone?
I've already gone it. There were 4 to start.
Oh, right, okay. I'll attack number 4. Ooh.
So you hit with a 22. And you have rendered that Zardombi wolf, very Zardombi wolf. You can tell I've had 2 shots of moonshine and I'm penicillin. Zardombi wolf is now unconscious, lanced by Terel's Foulblade.
Alright, and because I will never roll this well again, I pirouette and attack the one next to the one I've just taken out. Oh my fucking god!
Tippity, tippity, tippity! A 27 definitely hits the other zombie direwolf. Right. And does 13 damage. And it is still up and standing, but it does not look healthy. You know, considering it's a zombie and all that. You hear...
Oh, I'm done. Yeah.
You hear unpleasant sounds coming from the south. And you hear a shout of dismay coming from the south. No! And gnashing and gnarling and just unpleasant sounds of undead as far as Yelena is concerned.
Oh dear.
The zombie wolf that is next to Yelena no longer has the benefit of pack tactics, so it is acting at disadvantage. But it does try to chomp on Yelena, regardless. And it misses because of disadvantage. Aw, shucks. But this other zombie wolf takes the place of its fallen comrade, and that now reinforces pack tactics again. Yeah. So there's no more disadvantage for its attack trying to chomp on Yelena. And it hits with a 15.
You obviously look tastier out of the two of us.
Doing 11 damage.
I'm a little bit more tender, I think.
Yeah.
I don't have that crunchy shell on the outside.
Outer shell, yeah.
But Yelena, it is now your turn.
We're going to try that again.
Your first attack, the short sword, does not hit.
That one
But
does.
the 26 definitely did with a natural 20. Oh my god, I'm drinking another shot of moonshine. But you get a critical hit against this zombie dire wolf.
Look at all that pretty dice. Nice.
Very nice.
And with 15 damage, you do take, well, you should. Do you not? Oh, was not quite enough. That was not quite enough to take this zombie wolf out of the running.
As long as it's questioning its unlife choices right now.
It is questioning its life choices with the lingering little sliver of autonomy that it has over its body, given the force of will of Lord Zelbross. It's saying, why did I have to be a zombie thrall? Why? It's not. Oh, just like me, who's struck a third shot of moonshine. Things are not looking good for these zombie wolves. These zombie dire wolves. Things are rough. So that was your 2 attacks. Do you have something else?
Yeah, that was it. Nope, that's it.
Okay,
that
is you. Okay, let me check something. Okay, everybody do a perception check.
Sorry, all of us?
Yeah, everybody can do a perception check. Terel, I don't know what's happened, but your perception has been off the charts this session.
I know, it's weird.
You pick up a sound, and maybe it's because you are a paladin of Miliki, but you hear a sound, something perhaps arcane, something magical, but it definitely sounds to you like a force of positive energy is taking effect. Somewhere to the south. It's coming from inside of this building, but you recognize the sounds of healing. It's something that you've heard before, like when you cast cure wounds or you lay on hands and you feel like that something, if not of a divine nature, of a healing nature is occurring. from inside of this house that is being sieged by the zombie direwolves.
Okay.
You also hear kind of a growling, like unhappy sound from an undead creature.
Okay.
Zombie, there's one of the zombie direwolves that's adjacent to you guys. Still, it's still standing, looks rough. It's not going down without a bite. So it tries to take another chomp out of Yelena. I forgot to roll at disadvantage, but oh wait, no, pack tactics, so it's cool. I had it at disadvantage. I can't remember why. Was that an old disadvantage?
It must have been, because you didn't roll disadvantage.
I didn't roll
Oh, is that the one that...
disadvantage.
Is that the one... No, that isn't the one that had disadvantage. That's the one that moved up to negate it, isn't it?
Because they should have pack tactics, so we should break even. I don't think it should be under disadvantage.
But just roll.
So
from
I'm not
scratch.
quite sure why that just happened. Let's try again. No, it's still disadvantage. There's got to be some effect that's happening. Oh, never mind. You know what? I'm rolling for the wrong wolf. Let's move on. I'm trying.
I was having moments of, okay, I hit this wolf, and I think, where you do the initial attack, and then you drag me over the hit point dice. I'm like, I think this is the right one.
I'm trying to roll for an unconscious wolf. That was basically the issue.
You're at disadvantage if you're unconscious.
Yeah, totally. Oh wait. Wait. Man, I hate that I'm like so low perception in real life. Oh my god, y'all. I think I just rolled 2 natural 20s in a row.
You did.
Insane!
Bloody hell.
Man, why? I'm rolling for your side, so this is so stupid. I'm so mad. Woo! Okay. I forgot to roll in a thing. So you guys, spoilers. Never mind, I'm very sad now. Okay, Kai, it's your turn.
Right, okay, so how many wolves are there? 2?
There are 2 wolves. Pack tacticing on Yelena and Terel.
Right, well, I'll do another fireball on and then see if I can finish him off.
You're gonna fireball him, eh?
Let's see if my memory works.
And okay, technically you don't have to draw the circle. The circle is really just to check to see who falls into the area of effect. Yeah. The only thing you really have to do to target them is the left control and left click.
Okay, so just do the save again.
And they fail again. Oh, what crappy wolves these are. What crappy zombie direwolves.
Kill him!
Oh my
god! Look at all them
And you take him out. Another blaze of flame.
Kai just casually waltzes in and goes boom.
A shrieking of zombie direwolves. And they are flambéed. They're no longer in play. Everything is dead that you can see.
Ka-ching.
But Terel knows. Terel has heard sounds. She knows that there is stuff happening on the south side of this house. And it doesn't sound good, and it sounds very undead.
Guys, we need to go south. There's someone trying to break in that building. We need to help them out.
Okay. So Kai's turn is over unless Kai wants to move. Kai probably wants to move. I don't know. You still have movement.
Well, I'll just stay here until I see what what else is happening.
Alright, so you don't move south. You just stay where you are.
I think it's more that Kai doesn't want to go first.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm going.
Are we still sticking to like initiative, or are we just going to run
We
south?
are. You're in initiative still. And I am doing stuff for people who are inside the house. So don't get crazy.
We're not getting crazy yet. You'll tell us when something jumps out at us.
I don't know why. There's a little buggy thing I've discovered with some. Whee! Underwhelmed. Okay, and it is Terel's turn.
Okay, can I see anything from where I am?
From where you are, you cannot see anything because you cannot see around the corner of the building. Now, from where you are, you can see that there is a hole in the southern side of this house and that it has been breached. You cannot see what it is because it has been breached, and whatever it is now inside.
Alright, then I'm going to dash.
Oh, you can also see straight ahead of you. It is kind of hovering, flying your way. An undead form.
Oh, bloody hell.
It's flying in your direction, but it hasn't arrived yet.
I'm going to shout, Kai, get your ass down here!
I have to wait for my turn.
Wait, that was your turn, right, Terel?
Well, I've got dash, so I could potentially run into the building.
Yes.
But then the weep's going to come in behind us, and you know, I'm gonna use part of my dash and just run up to there and just look into the building and shout, "We're here to help!"
There's a weep that has is one of the things. There is another weep that has what is the word? Oh my God, words are so hard.
Entered the building.
The weep has entered the building.
Right.
Yeah. So there's a second weep that was part of crashing the barricade and has entered the building. You also see that there is a woman. There's a bow strapped to her back, and she has a short sword in her hand, and she is valiantly fighting off this weep, but she has the power of death surrounding her. And also in the room, you can pick out the form of a tiefling with her hands raised as if to cast some kind of arcane spell, and a man, a short stubby man with a leather cap, also with hands raised, like he is ready to attack. And in the center of this room, there is this device that is churning and mechanical. There seems to be some kind of magical positive aura emanating from it, from the middle of the room.
Okay. Alright, so where the weep is on that south side, is that the entry to the building?
Yes,
then?
where the weep is the entry to the building.
Alright, then I'm going to take the rest of my dash movement to sort of like pin it in and try and distract it away from the ranger who looks like she's on death's door.
Alright, so now it's flanked between the ranger who looks like they're on death's door, and you. This weep is flanked, and you're kind of barricading the opening into this house.
Yeah.
With your body.
Yeah.
The weep, let me roll some. Alright, the weep has not realized that you are flanking it at this point, so it tries to attack this ranger who is on the death's door. And it hits. It bites her. And she collapses. Takes her out. Flies further into the building. Attacking the man with the leather cap. But he misses. The second weep flies forward. And it's now adjacent to you. But it had to dash to get there, so it doesn't get to attack.
Okay.
Yelena, it's your turn.
Oh, goodness. Okay, well, I'm going to do some shooting. We'll try that again.
Ooh.
Phew.
So your second arrow hits, and it seems it's like this weird combination. Like, you can't tell. Like, on one hand, do an insight check, Yelena.
Inside.
Partially resisted and vulnerable.
It's a strange combination.
Hmm.
All right. As you observe, your arrow lands this undead creature. You feel like it is resisting, like, the piercing nature of the arrow, but you feel like the Fae in you, that part that delivers this kind of psychic effect whenever you attack something, that kind of deteriorates the morale and affects the senses, that this weep is particularly sensitive to that. It's vulnerable to the Fae influence in you.
So if I just got up in its face?
Not necessarily just you getting up in its face, but you think it's like that psychic damage that you do.
Okay, well, I can do that from far away, so that's good.
Yeah, you can do that from a distance. Yeah, like Fae doesn't have to be in your face. It could be like over there. Okay, so that was your turn. At this point, Terel, you can see that the device in the center of the room, the mechanical kind of arcane device in the center of the room, it pops. It kind of pulses with this wave of energy, and it fuses through the room. I need to double check something again. And while it doesn't hit you, it does hit the woman that you just saw felled by the undead creature. And she is granted temporary hit points. Her eyes pop open again. And she's no longer unconscious. What's more, this positive energy slams into the undead creature, and it does 8 additional damage.
That's a useful little cannon.
Once you see this happen, you're startled because suddenly there comes this cacophony of damage. To the east side, inside this house, there seems to be an explosion in the next room. Breaking, shattering of wood, and a roar. An undead groan. And you can sense from your paladin intuition, there's suddenly like the presence of undead in your general area has increased. And it's intense. And you feel this dread. Something unpleasant has appeared. Something has been added to this combat. Roll an insight check. Terel, roll an insight check, because you're the only one who has visuals. All right, you realize something has just burst out of the floor from below in the next room. Something large and something undead. And that, I think, is where we'll end this session.
Okay. Oh, this is intense. So much fighting.
Yeah, fighting McFightins. And poor Kai. Poor Kai being conservative, staying in the north. He's like, sweet summer child. Knows nothing.
And I probably moved too much, but I figured, whatever.
I mean, Yelena can at least see that something's going down.
Something's going down. I felt like I needed to go do something.
She can see that one of her favorite enemies, is like adjacent to her friend and needs to be taken out. Kai is like, oh, something's happening. Don't know if it's safe. Let me take my time moseying down there.
Yep. Tra-la-la-la-la.
Tra-la-la-la. I'll stay back here and protect this, like, Polton guy.
Yeah, it would probably stab me in the back soon.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. Maybe I should have moved.
Okay. Whee! Well, that was the session for today. Awesome.
Super.
But hey.
Sorry. Finish up my notes.
Yeah. Scribble your notes. You're under siege.
Yeah, I was giving a little end fighting in house. Undead thing burst out of floor.
Yeah. Undead thing burst out of floor. You can't see it at this point.
I feel that at this point Terel's like, there's something next door, get out!
Ah! Run! Kai, get over here!
Terel's definitely shouted that, yeah.
And like there's this ranger that's like collapsing and being brought back to life like a yo-yo in the room.
Poor lass.
Well, next time we play, it's gonna be May. How does May 18th look for everybody at this point?
I actually think we're okay that day. Let me just
that
check.
Looks good to me so far.
All right.
Yeah, we've got my dad's thing on the Sunday, but we're all right on the 18th. So, yeah.
All right. So let's plan on May 18th as being our next session, where we will continue this combat and whatever bad thing just happened in the next room. I'm sure it's fine.
I've got everything's fine.
And gosh,
yeah.
I mean, I have a mission that you guys will be out of this joint far before October. Because this is the
you mean
stuff.
we won't finish the whole this storyline just on Halloween.
You'd better be done. You had better be done before Halloween. I mean, okay, I think I've said before, this is the stuff that, with Hubris, I thought you would actually be doing. The spooky stuff I thought you would be doing last Halloween. But of course, it didn't work out that way because I planned too much and gave you too many options.
And we talk too much. So
yeah, we take our time to do things. And so yeah. Man, I mean, in a perfect world, let me see my estimations. I mean, you could potentially be done with here in 2 or 3 sessions. Depending on what you choose to do. I don't know what you're going to do though. So
let's plan for August then.
But I expect you to, I definitely expect you to be on the road like by August or September. You'd better be moving on.
Okay. Oh dear.
If you aren't moving on from Zelbross by September, I'll be like, you guys are wasting time.
We just like to be thorough. It's not wasting time, it's being thorough.
But I was somewhat combat heavy, but I hope
That's fun.
that worked well for you guys.
All right, we're good.
Yeah. And I hope that the combat was like somewhat interesting and like not straightforward or boring.
Sure. Being zapped by a constructed bunny toy thing was loads of fun.
Yeah, I'm wondering what the electricity connection is. So
It was a golem.
a
flesh golem type of construct.
Bunny golem.
Yeah, that the little girls had made to be their friend after they killed it.
Advanced science project.
Yeah, so they were really smart little kids. I mean, they probably could have done well if they got into advanced to
live.
To school.
To live.
If they got to live, they probably would have done really great.
Yeah.
In some kind of STEM organization. But, these things happen. And they had Mr. Hopsy for that brief shining moment until you destroyed him. But yeah, that was pretty flesh golem-y inspired.
No, we destroyed Mr. Flopsy, not Mr. Hopsy.
Mr. Flopsy Hopsy.
That's another. Is there a Mr. Cottontail around someplace too?
Mr. Flopsy Hopsy Cottontail Bunsy.
Yeah. And Peter.
R.I.P. Weird Bunny.
Oh dear.
Well, thank you, everybody. And
thank you so much.
No, thank you.
I hope you have a great rest of the day and rest of the weekend.
Yeah. Thanks, Bunny.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, y'all.
See you next time.
See you later.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.